Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He's got his man on the crossing route. 21 yards there on third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check out, read. Hey, tight. Check 6 guys. SOS. Shift.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the Patriots' 29-yard line.
Alert! X3, 218, chopper. Baby, that's a baby shot. Check 26. Alert! Joker. 25, check 25. Check.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Terrence Brooks with a pick, and the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Watch the twist.
following the interception. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Oh, ball. That's our ball. That's our ball.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Now White. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12. First down, New England.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch. Here we go, kill. Here we go. Go to 54. Line in. Out. He's coming. We got double up. Under. Here we go, 46.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle.
All day, baby. Let's go.
And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
He's coming, double up. Gun. Staying open.
First down, here's White. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second and 11 now. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following two negative plays.
Tighten up.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Open man, here is Foster. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
We got 25 to Mike. Here we go. Pass 85. Check 52. Here we go.
And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Watch the safety creep. Deuce.
first down. Allen. It's complete to Drake. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen got an open man. It's Foster. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Check. Press. Under 10.
They'll run with Drake. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for New England. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Prescott off play action. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Right there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
56, 56. Alert. We want it.
To the air. Allen trying to lay one up deep. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And got his man. Complete. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. At 58 is a mic. Go 56.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
We're going to 53. 47. 26.
Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, kill. Under. You ain't doing nothing.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Here we go. Go to 54. Line in.
They stay on the ground with White. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Switch. Going to 53.
On third down, it's Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Patriots send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch 54. Done. Showing it. Shoot. Team spill. Half 85. 50. Hey, tight. 54. I'm going to come back to you.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right. He's got a man. Complete. A big play here for the Bills. 48 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Check 15.
Running, it's Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Right here.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott, and he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At the 47-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You draw Porter.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just one pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check 9. Check 9. Let's go.
Here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Brings up second and a yard at the 29-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Patriot first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Got a man open. That's Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On play action, Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Count. 27. Check 3.
Off the play fake, Prescott got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To the air again, Prescott. Now a desperation throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Prescott to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 95 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damiere Byrd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion.
Just like that. Hey, 47. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Ready? And 58 is a must.
Throwing, Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. I'm 52. Kill.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Bills, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
just wanna be her. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like Yeah, I been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my master